like type stuff like that.
I'll go after law enforcement. I'll go on the song. I'm talking about. I'm not dissing the 60s, the rolling hundreds, the 9-0s. You know what I'm saying? But I get on some F the police type shit. You know what I'm saying? F the DA and the judge, and yeah, I'll do that.
So you wouldn't even diss the Stinc Team?
I got a gang of songs dissing them dudes, but I ain't put it out yet. But and I still might. See, I diss them. I diss them. Because
they're not really a gang, right?
Yeah, they not a gang, and they look. Put it like this: I'd rather sit on Slauson and Crenshaw and share a sandwich with a 60 than do a song with any of them dudes based on the disrespect. You know what I mean? Because when my homie died, you know, they was being disrespectful in their music. So you know, when Drakeo died, I returned the favor. I did the same thing they did. You know what I'm saying? But they never see who throw the rock first, though. They, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the song you put on your YouTube channel where you have a thumbnail where you're hanging from a sign, it's a Slauson sign.
Yeah, I got like 3 songs that's on YouTube disrespecting them dudes or whatever. But and I got more, and I don't care about, you know what I'm saying, disrespecting them, because where was they morals at? You know what I'm saying? When my homie died, and they got family members that still living and gotta hear about these dumbass songs y'all putting out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, Nipsey wasn't one of my favorite people, but I wouldn't disrespect him in a song. He wasn't doing what they did.
Yeah. I don't think Nipsey dissed anybody after he dropped Bullets Ain't Got No Name. That might have to do with Big U, because Big U kind of guided that early career, and he knew this is not where we're not gonna just be dissing hoods, you know, on every mixtape.
I never heard Nipsey diss a hood on a song before, but you could tell he like referenced certain things. But yeah. I never heard him diss a hood or anything.
Well, according to Lil Sody, rest in peace, he had diss. He said, I've never actually listened to the song. I should have went back.
He said
he dissed him.
Pussy get beat the fuck up like Sody. Yeah, that's what he said in the song. Yeah, but he didn't diss no hood. He did. That was some, like, I look at that like some rap shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it wasn't hood stuff.
He didn't diss like Trey Gangster or nothing.
Yeah, that's and I understand where you're coming from, because of you guys got some personal animosity going back and forth with them dudes. But they're not even a real thing now, or are they? You don't really hear anything about them. You don't hear nothing, like they're not moving around.
They trying to stay afloat, but it's like you know, the Jackson 5 ain't nothing without Michael. Like, Drakeo passed away, so they really ain't got no motion like that.
Now, before that whole situation happened, did you ever listen to his music, and was he cool at one point?
I didn't cool with me.
Just a cool, like,
'cause I never knew none of them dudes personally, but I think the music that like Drakeo did prior to him catching the case was better, because he was rapping about ling ling bopping and burglarizing people's houses and shopping at Neiman Marcus and crashing foreign whips. But then eventually he turned into a serial killer in his music, talking about guns that don't exist and, you know, shooting malls up and killing babies. He got a song like "I Kill a Baby." It's just like dumb shit. Like he just turned stupid.
Oh, that reminds me of Mike Tyson. Didn't Mike Tyson say something about a baby once?
He said about eating somebody's children or something.
Yeah.
Mike crazy.
All right. Hey, last thing I want to ask you on this topic, what did you think of that documentary that Trap Lord Ross did, man? That thing was at least 2.5 hours long, and a lot of it focused on your beef and your folks' beef and him in that documentary.
Yeah, because his case surrounded the homie, but that Trap Lord Ross dude, if I'm saying his name right, it seemed like he take his time and get his information right. You know what I'm saying? Because he bring up a lot of stuff that I don't hear people talk about, like, regularly. You know what I'm saying? You know, the bloggers, they state the obvious. He was saying little stuff like, I'm like, damn, I wonder where he heard that from.
Did you think he put out too much information? Or was it already public information that he just dug up?
I think it's shit he dug up. He dug up, but, I mean, it ain't nothing I think could get anybody locked up.
Okay. Mariah told me about meeting Red Bull's dad,
Oh, right.
What was that like when who actually had to tell Red Bull's dad of what happened? And what was that like back then?
I know I was at home because I overdid it the night before and I slept the whole day away. So like I'm getting up late, like in the wee hours. I done slept the day away, like I just said. Now I get a call from Red Bull phone and it's a female, and I don't know this girl. And she called my phone like, he just got shot, and he here in Carson with him. Like, who is this? But she don't want to tell me her name. She like, but he okay though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, who is this? She like, and then she just hung up. And I called Red Bull Pops. I'm like, man, somebody just called, said, Davion got shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, check on that. They said they on the way to this hospital. All right, boom. He get off the phone. Then, I go up to the hospital, and then, shortly after, he was pronounced dead. But that I know I called him and told him the call I received. And I don't know who that was that called me from his phone.
To this day.
I don't know who that was.
Damn, that's crazy.
Right. And I don't know who else she called, but I'm like, that's crazy that she called me though.
So she basically had Red Bull's phone, went through the contacts, went straight to Munchie B and hit you up.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know who else she might have called either, but I know she called me and I called his dad. She had to be there at the scene. She called me, and she said, like, I'm saying, she told me what hospital he was going to, and she was like, oh, but he all right though. You know what I'm saying? So maybe because he was like talking or whatever, but she was like, all right, and I called his dad and related the message.
So why is it so difficult to find out who this female was if she had his phone?
I don't know who would I ask, like who the female was. You know what I mean? Because like when he got killed, he wasn't with no Inglewood family, despite what the internet say he was with. He went to the party by himself, first of all. Then he seen some people he knew. And then that's when they said the name, like Travis Harvey. He from Inglewood. He played football with him early on, like when they was kids. That was the one that was the NFL player. You know what I'm saying? And then that's the only name familiar with me. He got shot also and somebody else. But I don't know who I would ask. Like, who was that girl? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
So in that Trap Lord Ross documentary, he does say that that the Stinc Team heard that a bunch of Inglewood families was at the party and they decided to leave. So that is inaccurate then.
They probably seen Red Bull and assumed the people he was with was from our hood, but it wasn't no other Inglewood families. It was just bro. He went there by himself. He drove there by himself.